Hello guys, this is the Hisense Q6QV. It's a 2025 model, and the V at the end means that this TV has VIDAA OS or VIDAA operating system. And many people do not like this operating system because of the lack of apps available. Here, this is the App Store. It has several apps, several popular apps such as Netflix, Disney+, Max, Apple TV, YouTube, among others. But if you're planning to install some external apps, you cannot do that. This is its remote. Actually, is the only part I hate about this TV because it's too large, it's not ergonomic, and from my point of view, the key location is the worst. It has, of course, the button for the microphone for the voice assistant. With this VIDAA operating system, you can access to play some video games such as the one I'm showing you right now. In this part of this operating system here on TV Channels Plus, you can access to watch live TV channels, and of course these channels will vary according to every country. Here you have the option for AirPlay in case you need to cast the screen of your iPhone, for example, or here is the option screen sharing for devices with Android as operating system. When you enable this option on your TV and you go through your smartphone, as I'm showing you right now, it will recognize the TV. Here I put this name. You can change the name of your TV if you want to. Then you press this option and wait until the screen of your smartphone is casted on your TV. Just keep in mind that both devices, your TV and your smartphone, need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network. This operating system offers you this menu for shortcuts. It is pretty useful. You can change easily, for example, the picture mode, and you also can achieve this option of changing the position of these shortcuts, which is one of the things I like the most of this operating system. But of course, other operating systems have this option too. And the smoothness or fluency of this VIDAA OS is outstanding. This is the thing I want to highlight about this operating system, because you can open apps really fast. When you want to access to the settings menu, it opens in record time. So this is, as I said, one of the things you will like the most about this operating system. I mean, even when the Wi-Fi reception is not the best, or when the router is too far away from the TV, you can watch easily content in 4K and with some high dynamic range technology. Speaking now about the picture quality, starting with the performance in dark scenes, the first thing you must understand is that this TV has an LCD screen with VA panel or vertical alignment pixel configuration. And the backlighting technology is a conventional direct LED. It means that this TV does not support the local dimming function. Even so, the results in this area are more than okay. I mean, they are not perfect, but at least the level of details is outstanding. And of course, the results may vary according to every picture mode and every scene. In terms of colors and brightness, first thing you need to know is that this TV has quantum dot color technology. It has, as I mentioned before, a VA panel. And talking about the brightness amounts of this TV, the values I put you on screen right now are by taking as an example the theater picture mode because it's recommended by experts, but other picture modes such as standard, vivid or sports will show you a slightly higher amount of brightness. By the way, the color saturation capacity of this TV is more than good. I mean, I'm not saying to increase this parameter up to 100, I'm just showing you what this TV is capable of in this area. Of course, this TV is compatible with Dolby Vision, but you need to understand that any high dynamic range technology will be only automatically enabled when the TV detects that the content has some type of high dynamic range technology. This means you cannot enable these technologies manually. And when you watch movies, TV shows or channels on SDR, the only difference compared to HDR is that the results look slightly with less amount of brightness, but not for a huge difference. It's almost imperceptible in practice, and the color saturation is almost the same. So, as you can see, and from my point of view, I have to tell you, this TV has an outstanding out-of-the-box colors accuracy. And in terms of brightness, it is true that this TV does not achieve higher results. However, for most users, it's more than okay, especially if they use this TV in a dark room. Among other things, the gray uniformity of this model is decent. I mean, the blur screen effect is slightly noticeable, but when you watch content with higher color volume, I think that the blur screen effect is not annoying. The image upscaling of this TV, I have to tell you, the results are outstanding. The brand in fact say that this job by this TV is made by using artificial intelligence. I don't know if that's true. I mean, the image upscaling of this TV is outstanding compared to other TVs, but of course the results are not perfect. I remind you that none of the current 4K TVs on the market right now will show you a 4K result if the resolution of the content is low. In terms of picture quality, the viewing angles of this TV are the worst part because it has a VA panel, and this is normal, but many people do not like that, and this is why some of them prefer a TV with IPS panel or ADS panel. And in terms of motion handling, the result of this TV is more than okay. If you watch scenes with camera panning or fast movements, and if you go here motion, ultra smooth motion, standard usually does not show the best results. If you want the best decreasing of the jitter effect, put this parameter on smooth, and in this case the results are one of the best you can get on this model. This of course is also recommended when you watch this content with dark scenes and also fast movements, and if you don't want to perceive any artifacts, you can turn off this option if you want to, but most users prefer a smooth result. Talking now about the gaming area, the first thing you need to know is that when you connect a video games console and if you press this menu button, automatically this game bar will show up on the screen. And if you go here to menu, then the usual menu will appear, but with some other shortcuts. So for example, the game mode, also the HDMI format, which has to be on enhanced format, and also the game menu, which is the game bar per se. You can play video games with HDR10 and also with Dolby Vision if the video game is compatible with this high dynamic range technology and if the video games console is also compatible with it. And these are the game picture modes, and also you have other functions such as making an aiming aid appear on the screen. And if for example you decide to go to the menu option, you can of course modify some parameters in every game picture mode you have chosen, such as backlight, brightness, contrast, color saturation, among others. This TV is compatible with the 120Hz but only up to 1080p. In 4K is compatible only up to 60Hz, and it is compatible with variable refresh rate technologies. Input lag times in practice about this TV are more than okay. I think that almost every user will be more than happy with this model in this area. The general performance in this gaming area of this TV is outstanding. However, when I play with Dolby Vision for gaming, I perceived a slightly higher amount of the ghosting effect compared to when I played with HDR10 or SDR. So if you like this brand, if you want a TV with quantum dot color technology and also with a VIDAA operating system, this model can be one of the best options you can get right now, and also of course you have a low budget. And these are its inputs. I remind you, this TV is not compatible with the 120Hz up to 4K, only up to 1080p. In 4K only up to 60 Hz. And the port HDMI 3 is compatible with enhanced audio return channel. In order to be finishing this video, I'm going to talk to you about its speaker system first. The power in theory is not bad. In practice, let's say it's more than decent, and what I want to highlight is the sharpness of the results I got on this model. At the end, I'm going to let you the speaker system test of this TV so you can more or less notice how it will perform in real life. So if you ask me if I recommend this TV, I will say yes, only if you like this brand, if you are okay with the VIDAA operating system, if you are okay with the dark scenes performance, which is not the best, but at least the level of details is outstanding. If you keep into account that the amount of brightness of this TV is not super high, but more than enough for example, a dark room, and if you need a TV with a low budget. Please let me know at the comment section down below what you think about this model, will you buy it and why, and I remind you guys that you can support my channel by making some purchases throughout the links I put on the description down below and on the first comment. Also hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and enable the notification bell so you can know every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and until next time.
比べてみるまでもない勝つのは俺だ。どんどん入ってくるぜ。絶対負けねえよ。